So I went to college from 2012 to 2015 for a film program to study filmmaking. And looking back right now, I feel like I wasted one of the most precious periods of my life. So I want to make this little video talking about the 3 things that I wish I had done in college. If I had done that, my life would have been just drastically different. I mean, I would have not wasted so much of my potential. So I want to talk about this while I'm drawing something. Without further ado, let's get into this episode. So let's get this thing started, shall we? So the first thing that I wish I had done in college was do more projects. See, I went to film school. We are supposed to be making films over there, right? That's the point of this whole thing. And we didn't make our first film or short film until like the 3rd year, because that was when you're supposed to submit your final project for the entire thingy, and we didn't do anything till then. So what I did was, in the last moment of time, I shot this music video in like 3 days and this short film in like 2 days, and did a pretty good job at it actually. We made this really cool video project and it was really nice. Some shots actually look good. The overall concept is very silly. It wasn't that great, but a lot of people appreciated me for that. But the thing was, after I finished that, I felt like, man, we could have been doing this whole thing for like the entirety of the 3 years. We didn't do that. We were just not doing anything. And looking back right now, I feel like, man, that is one thing that I wish. For example, my video editor Sashi, he studied with me and he feels the same. Okay. See that me and Sashi, we went ahead and made this horror short film. It's not exactly like a super great short film, but it was actually good in that social circle that we were in. Not a lot of people were talented, and most people actually came to film school to basically just waste their time. We made that short film, and a lot of people told me or told us it was pretty good. I was a cinematographer, he was a director, actor in that thing, and we got high, we got cocky, we got egotistical, and we got perfectionistic. We felt like, man, the next short film that we were gonna make should be like this super cool thing, and we didn't make it. Perfection, man, I'm telling you, it's your worst enemy. So if you're in college right now, or if you're gonna go to college, do more projects. Like whatever thing that you're in, that is like the one thing that could separate you from other people. I wish I could have made more YouTube videos. That's one of the reasons I went to a dinky college, because I thought I'll have more time to focus on my YouTube videos. I didn't focus on my YouTube videos at all, like until after graduation. A year after graduation, I didn't do it. So do more projects. That is the first thing. Numero second thing that I wish I had done in college, not get distracted. Yeah, hey, college baby, right? It's a new experience, right? You're coming out of school, you're like introduced to this new thing. You get to dress to impress people. How cool that is, right? Because we wear uniforms for the first freaking 12 years of your life here in India. There were lots of things in college, parties, the stuff, but we were not party type. I'm not party type. So yeah, but like relationships, friendships, and just messing around, wasting your time, right? Man, I wish I hadn't done most of that. See, for a large part of my college time, like I was pretty fat when I started college, and I was too conscious about what other people was thinking of me. What I did was I focused a huge amount of my time trying to lose weight, get fit, and look good, right? That was my whole motivation. I was like waking up every morning, went to the gym, worked out, took care of my diet, went to class, just sat there like this. I didn't do anything. And then went back home, researched about working out, and then just went to bed. And I did that like for like months and months and months and months on end. Then relationships, and then friendships, meaning we went out all the freaking time. We were like, hey man, morning classes were pretty boring. Wanna go out? Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, let's all just go out. Like we'll take our friend's car and we'll like, boom. We had a mall nearby and a movie theater nearby, so we just went and watched movies. So good times though, I'll tell you that. But that's what we did. We didn't do anything focused. It's not like you shouldn't be doing all these things in college. That's not the point I'm trying to make here, right? It's not like you shouldn't have a relationship or friendships or things like that. The point is, it shouldn't take too much of your time, attention, and energy to a point where you're not actually focusing on the thing that you're there for, which is learn, make things, do things, be a better person, learn to write, learn to read, all the things in college. That's one of the reasons why you're in college, right? To gain knowledge. If your things take up too much precedence over the main goal, then those things turn to be distractions. And what happens because of that is you get into the cycle of being just distracted because you had a routine in school. You had like classes, you had to be there. You can maybe take off a couple of days and tell your parents that you're sick, or you can lie to your parents that you're sick and not go to classes. But for the majority of your time, you had like strict schedule, strict classes, a routine, something to work towards, midterms, annual exams. You had something to look forward to. You look forward to Friday, right? You had all that stuff, and all of a sudden you lose all that thing, and you were just embroiled in this distraction. And what happens is you lose your mental health, and that's what happened to me. I had my first ever panic attack in the second year of my college, and had to spend months to trying to sort of sort that particular part out. And one of the reasons was I didn't focus on my YouTube. I stopped drawing at that point. I didn't focus on my classes. I didn't go to my classes and all that stuff. Yeah, it was just bad. And I was focused on other things, relationships. Hey, ain't it jolly, right?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Here's the truth, right? Most of the college relationships doesn't work out. It's a fun experience though. I'm not saying don't do that, right? Just don't, not to a point where it just takes up too much of your time and attention. I took too much of my time and attention, and I wish I'd spent time doing projects, doing short films, doing feature films, doing things. We could have done a lot of things. And there comes my third point, which is this, right? Which is sort of like a two-part point. One is don't care too much about social status in college. Care about it, of course, it's important, and don't want to be a dork. The point is this thing. It's not like don't spend too much of your time, money. You buy things to impress other people in college usually, and you try to invest yourself in activities where you're trying to sort of get a name for yourself among your peers. Yeah, to an extent, fine, but not too much. And don't care too much about what other people think. Yeah, it's pointless. Most people you're trying to impress, those are the kind of people you don't want to be like. If you don't want to be like them, why do you want to impress them? So young Keshav, stop trying to impress people, you idiot. And the second part of that point is I could have used my mentors wisely. I didn't have that many mentors in college. One of the reasons you actually go to college is to have a nice mentor. That's what makes college worth it. It's not the college that you're going to, it's the mentors, it's the people who are teaching you over there. That's what actually matters. That's why certain people value college a lot, because they happen to have a lot of good mentors during their college years. I had this really good audiography teacher in my first year. He was really interested. He was a practitioner, meaning most people who teach in college, they just teach in college. He actually was practicing audiography, right? He's a practicing craftsman, and he was also teaching. And I went to the classes. I was pretty attentive. I did fairly fine. But right now, at this point, I don't remember most of the stuff. I didn't use him properly as well. I could have gotten really good at audio, which is very important for making good videos. I was like, I'm going to be a cinematographer, video director. I didn't have to care about audio. Well, we have shitty YouTube audio these days because I didn't listen to my first year audiography class. We were just going out too much. We were just focused on other things, and we didn't do enough projects, and we didn't realize that the potential that we had until like the final year in college. And it was too late then. Just doing a bunch of crap. So those are the three things that I wish I had done in college. But the coolest part, the good part of this story is I started doing those things right after college. I became focused. I became better with my distraction, and I started focusing on my crafts, getting better at my craft, and trying to find mentors in real life. Like, trust me, man, a lot of people they're willing to help. You just need to message them. You need to add value to them. You need to reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I'll do something for you for free, and I'll add value to you. How about I just stick around with you, around you, and learn from you? Right? That's what I did with all the people who I learned from. And I started doing those things, and thankfully my life turned out to be fine, better. I'm doing fine, thank you. So if you're starting out, going to university or college, keep these things in mind. It's not like you shouldn't do these things. You can do these things 90% of the time. If that is the choice that you make, if this is unconscious like it was for me, and if you had a different goal in mind, but you're doing this crap, then you'll feel like you wasted a lot of years, you look back and you'll feel like, man, I've not done much. So do these things. If you do these things, do it consciously. That is the point. Also, kids, don't do drugs or else you'll turn into like this guy. You idiot.